Hey, what's up, everybody? It is your boy B, and I am back with some more crazy prison stories with my homeboy Psycho, Scott Purvis. Be sure to check out, I'm going to put in the video down below. Listen, when they call the man Psycho, there's a reason for it. However, he did 22 years to the gate, and he's been home for what, 6 years now? Is that how long you've been home?
Yes, six
So
years.
we got some crazy stories for you. We got some stories about how he created his name, how he had to live by his name. But here's the bigger story, guys. We're going to be talking to you about greasing the wheels because I've been wanting to talk to you about this, man. But guys, we're free, man. We'll tell you about our stories all day, but the bigger picture is live your life out here, man. Enjoy this life because we only got one, man. This man lost 22 years. I lost 11 years. All of my homeboys doing 20 plus, 30, 40, 50 life sentences. They do not mind giving you time. That's real, man. Psycho, what's up, homie?
Hey, what's up?
Same old thing, man. Just living this life out here. But, when we're in that cage, in that pen, walking the yard, kicking it around the dorm, whatever it is that we're doing, there's always story time. There's
Oh
always
yeah,
it's kicking the bobo, right? So
yeah.
that's what we're gonna do right here, man. We're gonna talk about greasing the wheel while you're hustling, man. So listen, man, I already know you were a notorious hustler inside the chain gang in Florida DOC, and you cannot be a successful hustler without greasing the wheels, bro. It just doesn't work.
Yeah,
You run around, think you're gonna be a tough guy, you running everything, blah 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 blah. You ain't gonna last. You got to grease the wheels, man.
yeah,
So you want to tell the people about it, man?
yeah. When you're doing something in there you ain't supposed to be doing to make some money, rather it be slinging some weed, some K2, whatever you're selling, because they sell everything in there, everything from pornography to drugs. So whenever you're involved in these activities, you're subject to be snitched on a regular basis.
Yeah,
So what you got to do when you're hustling, people are going to know what you're doing. If one person knows, the whole prison knows before it's over with. That's just how it is.
everybody knows, man. Everybody
So in order to inoculate yourself against that type, you have to be good to the people, and the people will protect you.
right now. Hold up, man. When you say the people will protect you, we're not talking about because I know what you're talking about, right? But we're not talking about, hey, bro, look out for me, watch my back, man. I'm gonna be over here
No, I'm
hustling.
talking
I need some
about
protection.
protecting you from the cops,
There it
protecting you
is.
from because you give them so when you feed when you feed a hungry man, you got that person. When a person has nothing and you feed them, you got that person's loyalty. When nobody else will give them nothing and you give them something, and you can't just give them everything, but you give them something to get going, and then people will protect you just because they're getting a little something. You know what I'm
Look, man.
saying?
Let's just look at it like this: you hit a dorm that's dead, right? Ain't nothing popping. Ain't nobody got nothing coming in. Ain't nobody fixing big meals. Ain't nobody getting a new TV order because the TV or the fan's broken. You already know
Right.
how it sucks when the fan's broken, right? The people,
Yeah.
DOC ain't providing no TV. And look, let's be honest. I don't give a shit about TV. It's just an adult pacifier. But that
Right.
adult pacifier keeps things nice, calm, and smooth in a lot of ways. That's what
Yeah.
when I'm want to sit in the cell and be on my cell phone, or I'm trying to make moves and do my thing. That TV is keeping a lot of people pacified. That
That's
fan is keeping a lot of tension down. Believe it or
right.
not, just that fan keeping that little air circulation, that
Yeah.
keeps a lot of tension down, man. Because when that fan dies and people start sweating like a madman, what
That's when the shit goes down.
happens? That's when it gets crazy, right? So
Yeah,
when you're talking about greasing the wheels, man, you hit this dead dorm, and now you come off in here, right? And you got the hustle. You're making some cash, and the fan's dead, the TV's dead, or whatever it is they need around the dorm. People's hungry up in this dorm.
yeah,
You bring the hustle, and now you're sharing the love with the dorm by,
yeah,
hey, y'all need a fan? I got you. Don't worry about it. You
yeah.
know what?
Have your
Hey,
people go get a fan down there. Go. Have your people go get a fan down there. I've donated a few TVs over the years.
you got to, man. You got to.
Yeah,
And then, huh?
yeah,
Or hey, listen, Friday Friday night movie time. I'm gonna hook it up, man. I'm gonna make a goulash for the whole dorm. We already
yeah,
know the whole dorm ain't gonna come. There's gonna be about 15 people that eat,
yeah,
but everybody's welcome, man. I'm gonna put it on the table. It ain't gonna
yeah,
be locked in the cell. I'm gonna put it on the table. Whoever
yeah,
wants something, come and get it. I've done it before where the entire dorm didn't line up, but that's not typical.
yeah.
And that's what he's talking about, greasing the wheels, man. I already know. You gotta grease the wheels, man.
You have a couple extra. You have extra coffee. Give out. You would be surprised. You'd be if that when they had cigarettes. What one rip and one scoop of coffee would do for your reputation that in the dorm with all these people.
Bro, you create a bond of death-defying loyalty with a rip
I
and a
tell them you
finger of
can't
coffee.
come and get it every time you want it, but you all can come once a day and get you a cup of coffee and a cigarette, and you
Yeah,
wouldn't believe.
don't take
Yeah,
advantage of a man trying to be kind and
right,
grease the wheels.
right.
Don't take
You
advantage of
have to put a stop to it. If not, you don't
it.
ever let nobody say just go ahead and hit the coffee back. You do that, you're through.
Yeah. Hey, set a coffee bag on the table, psycho. Set it out there. How long is that
Yeah,
shit gonna last?
1 second. You have to give it to them a spoon at a time.
That shit'll be empty in a hot second, man. Really. And no joke, man. So you have to be mindful of it, because
And
you can't
then
come in here, huh?
and then I also used to do like people that ain't got no money. They don't have no deodorant. And they're going around smelling like a Sasquatch and shit. I'd go buy them deodorant.
Now, you know what, man? I've done that, but that's typically I would try to find somebody that needs some work.
Yeah,
And we're gonna do it differently. You're gonna do it a little different than me. I'm gonna do it different than you. One thing's gonna work for me. One thing ain't gonna work for you. But
yeah,
those guys, when I gotta spend $4 and $5 on the deodorant, I'm trying to find a buddy who needs some work, man. And I'm gonna give him a shot. Listen, man, I need you to hold this down, or I need you to go make
yeah,
moves, go carry this. And
yeah.
typically, you find somebody that needs it like that, they're
like
about
like I would pick out people that I felt like deserved it, and I would pay them to clean my cell, make my bed every day, and they would put and they put baby powder on it and have it class A every day.
Class A every day, homie. All you got to do is get up and go to chow, and your
The
shit's ready.
room spotless, spotless.
That's
I
right, man.
even
That's
had a
right.
guy go so far as to wax my floor.
Yeah.
I had my floor waxed before.
You know what, man? I never got into the floor waxing. I like I could appreciate it. I would check people's shit out. Some people were fanatical about it, bro. Were you
Yeah.
fanatical about
Nah, but I did it because a clean room keeps
it?
a
Tell them
lot of suspicion off you.
it does.
A dirty room, they're going to be all in there.
When they walk by, and this room's sparkling, it's class A, it's shiny, the floor's clean, everything's put up. That might be the spot, or you might be the man, but they're going to typically skate right past you. And when they go
That's
by
right.
Buddy Cell, it looks like a damn dungeon. They're coming in there. They're coming to check it out. That's what, I tell people I tried to do my time in a way. I'd be class A. Okay, class A, that's fine. No sweat. Keep your room clean. That's fine. No sweat. I'm going to do everything to keep these people off my back so that I can make
Like
it
when you
to
had to
80 people.
shave, you had to be clean shaven. That
Yeah,
was another thing. You keep yourself clean because if you had some stubble, they're calling you over.
pulling you over, man. You ever seen
Yep.
them do the ID scrape on the face?
Yeah.
How you like that?
I, I did. That was fucking crazy. And
That's
then
ridiculous.
another thing is, I used to motivate the housemen to keep everything good too, so they would stay out of. They'd stay off the out of the
The whole
quad or
quad.
the block.
Then stay off
Yeah.
the whole quad that you're in, the whole wing, the whole dorm, whatever it is you're in. If you got a
Yeah.
good houseman, and then you
Yeah.
give that houseman some incentive, right back to greasing the wheels, man. You got to
And
make the
then
house great.
there's another now. We spoke about that, and then there's the politically greasing the wheels too. Like every guy that works in the officer station, to me, is subject to be talking.
Yeah.
You make that your friend. You make that
Mhm.
guy your friend. You
Right.
you you keep that guy up with some stuff, and then he'll also tell you when things are coming down.
Bro, this is like, this is lacing some people up for sure, man, because you can believe one thing. People that watch these videos, some of them are going up that road, man. And I never, ever, ever wanted to step foot off in an officer station. I never
Me
wanted
either.
those type of jobs. But now I worked on maintenance, and maintenance required us to go off in there. But I wasn't working like you're talking about. You're talking about kind of like a run around a house man. He's up in that officer station every day, kicked back in
Right.
the officer
That's the one
station.
you have to keep your eye on. That's the one that's good, that can make or break you in the hustling game.
This is when you have to think outside the prison box and outthink that man. And even if you don't like him, you despise him, you want to crash him, you want to do something to him. You can't. Not if you're
No.
trying to keep your hustle. But what you
Right. And
can
then
do,
what you do is you make that guy your friend.
you outsmart that fool, right? That's right.
Right. Hey, you talk to him, what you do? Hey, you want a soda? You know what I'm saying?
Hey,
If you,
that's crazy, man. That's how you
I
do it,
even
man.
put him on the payroll. Here, hey, here's 20 sacks. Go get it for me. You know what I'm saying?
You know what? That's funny too, because the one that works up in that officer station, they can move sacks like nobody else. They got access to the dorm in and out all day. They can move around freely. They're not getting shook down that much. Them cats always can move some sacks. But
Yeah.
they play both sides of the fence, man. That's what I don't like about the cats. They play both sides of the fence.
But
And
you
it's
also let them know as you're getting to know them that,
yeah,
I kind of know what time it is. Keep me out of it, Bubba.
keep me out of it. That's real. And then
And
that's where
say, hey, we don't got to go into or discuss. And someone will say, oh, no. I said, look, man, check this out. Look, we need to come to an understanding. You know what I'm saying? And
yeah,
hey, once you get them like that, they'll tell you when the shakedowns are coming. They'll tell you everything. And one other thing, if I was never by the time the K2 and all that came in, I was out of the game. I was just selling cigarettes then. I
yeah,
didn't like that K2 business, right? But
yeah,
I was into the 6180, the weed. That was my thing through my
yeah,
whole career was the weed. So I some people that were identified as possible informants or snitches, I used to get them high. I used to go in there and smoke weed with them. Now I got them dirty, and I'll tell
yeah,
them that too. After
yeah.
I smoke it with them,
Right.
I say I own your ass for 30 days, motherfucker. Now don't you
Hey,
know what I'm saying?
hey, some people don't know what a 6180 is, man. What's the
Weed,
6180? Huh?
weed, marijuana.
Yeah, but what does the 60 and the 180 part mean though? For
Oh
people
yeah,
that
if you get caught with weed or a dirty urine, you receive 60 days confinement and 180 days loss of game time.
that's brutal right there, homie. If you're trying to go home. And you know what, man? There's a lot of YouTube stuff out there right now. There's some real gangster talking people, and some people are living gangster, right? But let's keep it real. Most people that are in prison, they have a date. Most people want to come home. Most people aren't sitting in prison. We can look it up. We can Google it right now. Most people don't have life sentences. There's a lot of people with life. Most people are coming home, right? But man, there are so many people talking just straight gangster about prison stuff, right? Um, but that's 6180. when they put you in that box for 60 days and take 180 days game time, that's significant, man. It's extremely significant.
In 96 to about 2000, till they said, hey, you got to stop doing that. They put a zero tolerance where they were putting you on CM for one dirty urine.
Oh my God.
That's why they came up with the massive CM complex that they ended up having to downsize, because they said, look, you can't just keep throwing people on CM for a dirty urine.
Yeah.
So they come up with the 3 dirty urine limit, you know? You get 3 within 6 months, then you're gone. Or a year, I think it was.
I think it's within a year. But now they're kind of backing up on that because of so much of the cell phones. The K2 done changed shit, turned people into vicious animals. They're doing fentanyl inside, a lot of heroin on the compound, the drug game, the gang life. A lot of it's changed, man, for the worse. So, like, I got homeboy right now that I talked to that's in CM right now. He calls me. He's like, bro, I got the best cell because he's downstairs and they can't really see in the cell, and he can get in the back of the cell, but he's got to be quiet because they walk around outside by the windows. So he's got to be quiet on the phone. But bro, it's slam packed because of like cell phones and the stabbings. Dudes are staying up for weeks because they're lacing the K2 with so much bullshit that it's just keeping them up, and they're going crazy. They start hallucinating. They start attacking each other. Just pure pandemonium and mayhem, bro. It's crazy.
And Santa Rosa is that's the spot they ship the bulk of them to.
Yeah, no doubt.
That place is an evil, and even there you can hustle. Even on CM, you can hustle.
Oh yeah, no question about it. I remember when I was getting cigarettes from when I was at F.S.P, the runarounds from the work camp came over there in the red suits, and I was getting packs of top. I would get a little bit of coffee, but I would drink the coffee mostly for myself. But the pack of top on CM, bro, you're getting paid. You're getting heavily paid.
Yeah, and you get that weed in there, $20 a sack, and people will pay it just to get high.
I never got the weed inside CM, and then once I got off of CM, I think it was K2, and it exploded into like it was big. it was
about
out
a
of
year or
control.
2 before I went home, it started hitting.
Yeah.
In about 2010, 2011, because I remember when it first came out, I was like, what the hell is this?
Yeah, it was crazy, man. Psycho, man, it has been a pleasure, like always, man, chopping it up with, like, we're right here on the compound, just storytelling, man. We got to get you back on there. I got many more things I want to talk to you about. Listen, man, prison sucks, guys. But look, let's just keep it real. There's going to be people that watch this that are going to end up in prison, back up that road. And listen, if you end up in prison in Florida, it ain't like a lot of the places. Florida, you have to do things a certain type of way. And if you're going to be in there hustling, you have to grease the wheels if you're going to be successful, period, hands down. Otherwise, your ass just ain't going to make it. You ain't going to be no tough guy running around in there. But you have to be tough. But that ain't that's the only part of it. You have to keep people happy. You have to grease the wheels. And that's real talk, man. Psycho, what do you got to say before we go?
Yeah, if you want to do business, you got to grease the wheels. It's not just a one-dimensional thing. It's almost a real serious business plan, but you're dealing with some treacherous individuals.
Stay free, man. Keep your head up, bro. It's great talking to you, homie.